Hey everyone, this is Mike from Mike's Do It Yourself. Today I want to show you how to put in 2 turbo easy starts. Now the first one I have is a 4-ton unit, and you can see I've got it pretty much installed already. And the amperage on this was about 112 before the turbo easy start. So I'm going to check the amperage to see what it is after I put it in. And the part number on there, it's a TES5, and these are good for 1 ton, 2 ton, all the way up to 5 ton. Because what you do now for this 4 ton, you go ahead and put the wiring, the yellow wire, on these 4, so these all get connected right there. And then for the black wire, it goes to your common terminal on your dual run cap, or well, also your white wire will go to your Herm or your compressor, and then your fan, nothing goes to that, so you just leave that the way it is. So that is for dual run cap applications. And as you can see, there's different applications for different capacitors that you might have. So that's included with the instructions. And so is the wiring kit. So the wiring kit has all of your connections. It has a screw that you can put into to hold it, and then it's got these zip ties with the hole on top that you can use, and that will cinch it up in there. But what I ended up doing, I bought a pipe strap, and these are just a few bucks at your Home Depot or home improvement store, and they will attach with the same way. And you can either use an existing hole, or what I did, I just drilled a hole, and that way it'll fit in there once the cover plate's back on. So this one is all connected, so I'll go ahead and turn it on and see what our reading is for our starting amps. Hopefully we can get an accurate reading. Now you have to put this on your starting circuit, so that varies from model to model. We'll do that in a little while. We'll get this second one put in. Now to start with, you'll want to go ahead and disconnect power, and there's just a box on each one of these. And you can just pull this out, and that way your power is disconnected. And then from there, there's 4 screws, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now this one's a little bit smaller unit. This one is a 2-ton unit. And so for 2-ton applications, you connect the green wire to the yellow and the purple, and that just connects these 2 terminals. And then we'll find a place to put it. Up in there should be good. They do have a magnetic base to them too, so if you have a spot where you can just set it down, it will fit on a magnetic, or something that's magnetic, it'll fit onto. So you don't want to be touching any of the connections, so just put it away from the connections. So up top would be the perfect spot for it. Just like that is fine. Or you could flip it around, either way. So if you have the zip tie, You can put it like this, tighten it, and then just drill a hole or use an existing hole somewhere, and that will hold it. What I'm going to use is the pipe strap. So you just wrap it around and find a hole that matches up with it. There will work, or you can use the bigger holes. Just make sure it's somewhat tight so it's not going to come off. That would probably work right there. And then you just cut it right here. And then you may need to drill this out a little bit so that it fits. Okay. And once you have a good spot for it, go ahead and drill a hole in that area. And when you're drilling, just make sure there's nothing behind there, any refrigerant lines or anything else. Just make sure that when you tap through there, you're not going to hit anything. And that's tight, it's not going to go anywhere. And we'll do the connections. Now it's going to be the same thing. You're going to have the white wire on the HERM, which is where the blue wire is going to on this one. And you want to just make sure your connections are all tight. Especially on your easy start too. Just make sure that the wires are all in there and they're not going to come off on you. Now the black wire goes on the C, or common, which here it is the yellow. So when you get your black wire on the common and then you have your white wire on the HERM or compressor, you can go ahead and zip tie the wires up, make it nice and neat there. Just like that. Just cut the end off of the zip tie. And again, just double check your wires. Make sure they're all tight. So again, this is a 2-ton unit, and the way you tell is by your serial number, which is usually in your inside panel. So for this, it would be, or the outside of the panel too. Now, to check your serial number, it would be the outside of your panel. Now this is a Bryant unit, and this one is a 18, or no, the model number, excuse me, the model number is how you find out the tonnage of your unit. Now this is for a Bryant unit only, so you want to check your specific model and your manufacturer. But for 24, that means this is a 2-ton unit. There it goes. So you can see that the amperage went from 65 down to 35 going into the compressor. And the way I did that was just, you go from the compressor and you do those wires, you put your amp meter around those wires, and I didn't do the black one, so the only two that I did were the blue and the yellow, and that showed the starting amperage for this unit, for the 2-ton unit. And so those connectors are going into the compressor. So the two that I used, one is the yellow and one is the blue, but it may differ in your unit for your starting circuit. So as you can see right now, it's about 5.6, 5.7 amps as it's running. Okay, now this will be the starting amperage for the 4-ton unit, and this is what it was, 112. This is what the 2-ton unit was, 65 amps. This is what the 2-ton unit was, 65 amps. And we'll see if we get a difference with the Easy Start. So you can see it went from 53, or it went from 112 to 53, so about cut it in half, which is really good. And now the operating amperage right around 10 amps as it's running. So it definitely did have an effect on it. It did lower it quite a bit. It does sound quieter too when each one of these turns on. So to extend the life of your compressor and reduce the starting amperage going into your compressor and all your other components, I would recommend putting Easy Starts on your units. But if you feel uncomfortable with that, you can definitely hire professionals to do it. The wiring is pretty straightforward through the instructions, and it should help out your units immensely. Well, this has been Mike from Mike's Do It Yourself. Good luck on your next home or automotive project, and don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And thanks for watching.